Tina Louise once posed for a set of photos that made people talk for years, and to this day many fans say she bared it all, not just with her body, but with her courage. In this video, we are going to look at what led to that bold moment, why it shocked so many people, and how she lives now after walking away from the spotlight. Stay with me till the very end, because the last part of her story will change how you look at fame, beauty, and growing older in peace. Most people remember Tina as the stunning red-haired star with a face and voice you could never forget. She had that rare mix of soft beauty and strong presence. When she walked into a scene, everything around her seemed to fade. Many viewers still carry that old image in their minds, the glamorous woman, perfect hair, perfect makeup, bright outfits, and a camera that clearly loved her. So when a series of very bold photos came out, showing a much more exposed side of her, people did not know how to react. Some said she had gone too far, that a woman with such class should not pose in such a daring way. Others praised her, saying she was taking control of her own image in a world that always tries to control women. That is the first big lesson in her story. What shocked people most was not just the level of skin in the photos, but the fact that she seemed completely calm, direct, and in charge. She was not a young girl trying to please others. She looked like a grown woman saying, "This is my body. This is my choice." The media reaction was loud. Headlines used strong words. Some tried to shame her, while others turned her into a symbol of freedom. But behind those headlines was a real person, dealing with the weight of every opinion. Imagine waking up and seeing your name everywhere, not for your acting, not for your talent, but for how much of your body people think you showed. That kind of pressure would be hard for anyone, and it made Tina think carefully about how much of herself she wanted to share with the world from that point on. Over time, she stepped back from the loudest parts of fame. She became more private, more protective of her life away from the camera. When you look at later photos and rare interviews, you see someone softer, calmer, and much more focused on simple things: health, peace, and real connections. The woman who once shocked everyone with a bold shoot turned into someone who finds beauty in quiet days and small joys, far from the bright lights that once followed her every step. What many people do not see is how much work it takes to age with that kind of grace. Tina had to accept that the world would always judge, that people would always compare then and now. Instead of trying to stay frozen in time, she allowed herself to grow, to change her style, and to embrace the lines and signs of life on her face. That, in a way, is the most powerful part of her transformation. She went from being treated like an image to becoming a full person in the eyes of those who really pay attention. Her story also says a lot about how we treat women in the public eye. When they are young and glamorous, the world wants more and more. When they make a bold choice, the world rushes to judge. And when they get older, the world often looks away. But Tina's journey proves that a woman's value does not end when the spotlight fades. It simply changes shape. The same strength that let her pose in a daring way is the strength that later let her walk away and protect her peace. As you think about that famous photo shoot and the shock it caused, ask yourself what really matters most: the pictures or the person who took them. Tina Louise showed the world a daring side once, but she also showed something even bigger later: the courage to live on her own terms, even when no one is watching. If you enjoyed this deep look at her story, make sure you watch this video till the very end, tap like, share it with someone who still remembers her from her glory days, and tell me in the comments if you think her bold choice helped her or hurt her. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on all alerts so you never miss our next powerful then and now story about the faces you thought you already knew.